AFR Talk. AFR Talk. This is Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth.
Welcome back, Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth. And last night we had the opportunity to be joined by the Gateway Pundit, but we ran out of time. And we did get to the Reggie story that that Jim Hoft, the Gateway Pundit, really brought attention to in regard to where was the president during the bin Laden raid and the questions about that. And still there are more questions about photoshopping the whole thing. But we did not get to something that Jim Hoft, the Gateway Pundit, is a part of. And when Jim Hoft takes a trip or goes to speak someplace, you want to know about it and you want to hear it. Jim, welcome back.
Hi, Crane. It's great to be back with you.
So you are on the West Coast. Tell me why.
I am. I'm actually moving down the highway. It's going a little slow this afternoon. I just landed in L.A., and there is a rally tomorrow that I'm speaking at in Westwood, which is right near L.A., and it's a Rage Against the Media rally, so I'm looking forward to it.
And the Rage Against the Media rally, why would somebody even ask? I have to laugh. You have to understand, I'm doing this for the purpose of getting the information out. But I'll ask it anyway. Why on earth would you ever have a raging? What did the media do so wrong, Jim?
Right. You know, that's a great question. I think as a conservative, you, and especially with your history and background, you know exactly the reason why this rally is being held tomorrow. And it's from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. Over at a plaza. I don't have the information in front of me, but if your listeners go to Gateway Pundit, I will put up some more information later.
That's great.
And it's to call out the media and tell the media that we're sick and tired of the bias and that we're not going to take it. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of this because it's something I really have been. Crane. It's what I live for is to report the truth and get the rest of the story out, or get the story out that's not being told. And so this is just a privilege for me to speak at this event tomorrow.
And they're privileged to have you. Make no mistake, Jim is he is in the top part of, if you look at Drudge, you look at Gateway Pundit, you look at people who are bringing attention to these stories, and he's been doing it for a long time, and he's been doing it because, as he said, it is the passion of his heart to do it and to bring the truth. It's really important to know, without the voice of the likes of Gateway Pundit, some people don't have a voice. And that is very troubling, especially when we're talking about victims of crime, or we're talking about Christians in the Middle East who are being persecuted. We're really blessed because we've got American Family News, onenewsnow.com. We also have resources like the Gateway Pundit. And so, Jim, we appreciate what you're doing. Tell me, the mainstream media and the exposure of the ideological bent, the bias, the corruption, tell me, do you think that the mainstream media has underestimated the outrage that so many Americans feel, that they think, like Joe Scarborough, would look at it and say, they're just a bunch of guys, like talk radio show hosts that live in their mom's basement. You know what he says, and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
Have they underestimated it?
Crane, I think they have. I think you're onto something. I think that even today we heard that the GOP leadership said that they weren't going to have. They voted to not have primary debates on CNN or MSNBC, and how the media reacts to that is they mock it and they laugh. So they don't understand, for one, they don't understand that there's a problem. They don't understand that they're part of the problem. And so I thought what was really humorous, too, was this afternoon, as I was sitting in the airport, I saw CNN talk about this being banned by the GOP, and who did they have come on and comment? But none other than Candy Crowley, who was the notorious debate moderator who threw the debate to Barack Obama in the last election. And so it's just, they just don't understand that there's a problem, and I'm sure they'll be just shocked to see that people are upset about this.
Jim Hoff, the Gateway Pundit, the Rage Against the Media rally, which will take place tomorrow. You can go to Gateway Pundit, thegatewaypundit.com. If you go to my Facebook page, numerous links to it from the stories that Jim covers. And Jim, unlike what we've seen out of the left and Occupy Wall Street, and like the Tea Party in many respects, this is law-abiding. This is not outside the law, and that's another real distinction between what we've seen and in general, but you could really get specific and say, yeah, pretty much overall, when the right gets together, the conservatives get together, the left accuses them of what they actually do. And, Jim, you've been exposing that for some time, and we appreciate you, buddy.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crane. Thanks so
Take
much.
care. Have a great time. See you. Now, I have a clip from Howard Dean, but I'm not going to be able to get to it because of time. A couple quick hits. The number of things that I want to get to, I can't get to. I'm out of time. It happens. Okay. So I'll do a Crane After a little later on this weekend, and you'll catch up on some of the quick hits. But I just want to say that happy Friday to you. I hope you're enjoying this program. I hope it's become part of your day-to-day, and I hope it makes it better in some small way. And the only way that happens is honestly the Lord using it, because without the Lord, it's just filthy rags. And I must tell you that it is a privilege to be with you. Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth. Live with honor in your life, compassion in your heart. Remember to always keep the faith in Jesus Christ. And know this, God knows you. He created you. You have a purpose and many gifts. And He loves you right where you're at. A big shout out to my father-in-law. And he's recovering right now from a surgery, but I will tell you this, it's a good thing he's in recovering, and great news on that one. Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth, AFR Talk.